It wasn't muted when I said it. Or maybe it's muted on your side, not on Discord, I don't know. Wow, 6 viewers.
I hear some noise leaking. I don't know if it's from you, Chev, like a constant stutter.
Yeah, I heard it too.
It's coming from Joe.
Yeah, now it stopped.
Okay.
I think he was watching some videos.
I actually thought it was coming from the game. Like, what kind of shitty audio effects is that? So futuristic.
Okay. Last check of all the settings, extreme. Okay, now you gotta put the name in. Big man, the name of the lobby and the password are in the call channel.
Okay, I'll head there.
Also, Big Man, you'll need to choose your to change your name.
Okay.
Add Cult X before name.
Cult,
Like always.
all caps, X small, and then Big Man normally with B capital.
Yeah.
You know where you need to change it? In the game. It's in the
I'm looking at that. General.
It's where the lobby button is when you click on multiplayer.
All right.
Yeah, you click the lobby button and you will be able to choose your username.
It's at the top of the team of at the lobby list.
I see lobby. Yeah. Okay, I see it. Okay, with X. There you go. So looking for the Okay, Elysium. Joining.
Nice.
I see. In observe manual combat, you get when location is visible. Can you change that to always?
Yes, yes, that's what I'm gonna change now.
Are we going to do extreme threat level again as well?
Yes, you don't like that?
Either way.
Oh, it's going to be
Maybe-
a random
maybe one
commander?
easier.
No,
All of us?
you select the you don't see other people's commanders because you don't
see,
know
I
them.
I get it, I get it.
Select yours.
We're not making
and
teams or anything, right?
we're not making what?
Teams.
Teams? No,
like-
no teams, no teams, no teams. Although that might be a good idea for the future. So go again, Robo. So you were thinking that maybe you'd prefer a lower threat level?
Yeah, maybe just because I seemed more a threat from the AI at the beginning than like any of the players. Really.
First of all, the AI level and the threat level are different things. The threat level, I think, is for the marauders, no? For the barbarians.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think so. And normally when I play these games I max out everything. The only thing we have not maxed out this time is the AI level, and the only reason is because I explained it before, is because there's only 4 AIs, and what if somebody spawns next to an AI and other people do not spawn next to an AI? So when you put the AI at very hard, it's cheating, and he has these massive armies out of nowhere. So to avoid that, that's the only reason that instead of very hard, I'm putting the AI at hard.
If I spawned nearby with 4 AIs, I'll just collide with them and kill all of you.
Yeah, I honestly I don't even know how. Like you can ally with them, but it's not as straightforward as allying with them. Like they might make demands, and that's why I basically ignore them. Well, anyway, it's we're not gonna get to the PA dudes who are like everything has to be symmetrical. So you play with 8 players, it means it has to look like a basketball court. It's not gonna be fair, but that's life. See, a philosophical lesson for life isn't fair. We learned that today. Okay, so
sweet.
world turns, observe manual combat always.
Oh, nice.
And so, big man, to explain in this game, when there's time for combat, you can resolve it automatically, or you can play out tactically. So,
I know that.
however, because if we play when we play on combat, everybody else has to wait and just look at the blank screen.
Sure.
So in the
So
early
not to
game
do
with
all
8
the
people,
solve well.
in the early game, the first phase today, you have to auto-resolve all the combats except with human players.
Okay. Got
Because
it.
with human players now, normally with human players, again, only the 2 players involved see the combat. Everybody else doesn't see it. But now we've enabled an option so that everybody can observe, so that then at least we won't get bored, And you still have the option, if you want to hit auto, you can still hit auto with a human. I don't know what happens there. If one human hits auto and the other human hits manual, I think logically the AI would do one guy's army and the other guy would do his own army. I think that's what would happen, but we'll find out and see, I guess. Still have 5 viewers. They still haven't left. Weird.
It's all the players here spying on you, actually.
Yeah. Everybody's spying. I mean, except Big Man hasn't gone into that scam yet. He hasn't gone to that point of the tutorial. Okay. we're good. Launch the game. And now we're gonna
Greetings,
see.
emissary of the Assembly. Destruction breeds creation. That is certain. From the ruins of the Empire, your unique kind has emerged. You forged unity by merging with machines and transplanting the body parts of your enemies. Before you reassemble this entire shattered galaxy, remember that every world has life worth preserving. Not all beings are servile. You will face resistance.
Oh wow. Darn, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I really love the terrain.
And we're off.
Is this your first 4X game since Civ 3, I see?
Yeah. No. Since Age of Wonders 1 in about what is it, 2001, 2002 or something.
I see. This is my first Age of Wonders.
It's a completely different game from the Age of Wonders 1. Like has like nothing in common at all. So
Okay. Age of Wonders 1 is purely tactical, or...
no. There was no tactics back then in 4X's. It was pure strategy.
I see.
And now they've turned it very tactical and they've dumbed down the
The strategic
the
aspect.
strategic and the building, all the 4X aspects, they're all really dumbed down. However, it's still for me a 5 out of 5 game because the tactics is a huge thing, and I was explaining to the guys before, you know, it's more like Heroes of Might and Magic. It's more like a really fast, it's more like we're playing a very complex board game.
Right.
Uh,
Did you manage to play, what was the name? Call to Power? One
I
and two?
played both Call to Powers very much, and they were mediocre Civ, you know, Civ ripoffs basically. They were fun, but they were mediocre. Like, you know, after a couple of weeks, didn't want to touch them again.
Actually, Age of Wonders 1 had tactical combat.
Well, fair enough. What? In that well, you know what? Master of Magic had tactical combat too. So Age of Wonders is supposed to be not a Civ ripoff, but a Master of Magic ripoff, and Master of Magic had tactical combat, but you know it wasn't nowhere near as complex as you know as this. Although the reason that I prefer Master of Magic to Age of Wonders is because I mean I don't remember very well now. It's been so long, but I really like the heroes in Master of Magic, and it was all this stuff was really generic in Age of Wonders. It was still better than nothing, but okay, I have to watch the game for a sec because I'm not playing. Okay. I want to see how many tracks this game has. I think it has a lot of tracks.
What do you mean by tracks? The music?
The music, yeah, a lot of tracks, because now I'm hearing another one that I don't think I've heard before, and all of them are amazing. Like, not a single one is
Yes.
not.
The ones that I heard are really good.
Yeah, I'm paying more attention to some stuff now. Like, before I would just grab whatever squares I could grab, sectors, but now when you zoom out, it shows you how much stuff each sector is producing. So you can see that some sectors are a lot more valuable than others. So I'm trying to go straight for the valuable ones. However, the valuable ones have bigger armies guarding them. So. Oh yeah, and Big Man, if you see an option in the game that has a little gem next to it and it's highlighted, that means it's the most the game recommended.
Recommendation, yeah. Like the advisors in Super 5 and 4 and 6, everyone.
We got 4 viewers, so I guess there's a couple of cheaters. Stop cheating. That's good. You know, there's actual like bots you can pay, like people, and they send you like 60 viewer bots.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. Now that you said, I'm not that surprised with how she is that.
Yeah, and then of course you can lose your account if
you get caught.
you get found out.
Huh.
It's weird because you can talk not only to the AIs, there's also some like neutral functions you can talk to, and then you can ask them to leave a square if you want the square. I've never seen that before. It's something like, it looks to be something between a barbarian and an AI.
Yeah, if you also do like quest for neutral factions and make peace with them, you can buy units from them for
Oh, okay.
influence.
And I was telling the guys before Beak that I think the best thing to research right away is frontier facilities in the society that gives you a colonizer pod, and then you can make a colony, pod, and expand. I think that's very. That's really the first thing that I research. Frontier facilities.
Yeah, that's actually the first suggestion in the tutorial.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, if there was no tactical combat, if the combat was identical to Civ, how would you rank this game?
Yeah, maybe I'd give it 4 out of 5 then.
I see. Still good then, okay.
Yeah, still good, definitely. But I mean, I haven't even played any tactical combat in my 10 hours. Like I went in by mistake once. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I'm sure that the Diamond loves to play them, and apparently, if you play them, you can really, you know, you can win when the enemy has more power and stuff like that. And I can't even imagine how it will be with players, you know, because the AI, however decent it is, it cannot exploit everything well, all those stuff, especially mid and late game. But imagine like several players who can all exploit everything well, and they're playing those massive tactics battles, then that's definitely. However, I don't like the fact that, for example, you can only take 3 armies into battle. So 3 times 6, what is that? You know, why not? Still, that's a better solution than Civ 5 and 6, where you have the hexes and, you know, Carpet of Doom or whatever they call it. You know, they tried to make the tactical combat on the world map, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, that was the mistake of 5. 6 is better in that regard.
Because in 4, I don't know about 4, but in 1, 2, 3, you could stack however many units. You could stack like 100 fucking carriers on top of each other if you wanted.
Yeah, the stack of Doom, right? Yeah, 4 is the same.
Yeah. Which makes sense if you consider that every square is supposed to be, you know, square miles. Yeah, if it's square miles upon square miles, then I can stack 100 fighter planes if I want to. Why not?
Right. Like that was one of the things that I liked about Call to Power. You can set up your, you know, like platoons and stuff like that with limited amount of units.
I don't remember that at all, honestly. I just remember that it lasted far less than a Civ game. So that in a Civ game I might be playing for a week to get it through, but in a Call to Power game I was done like in 2 days.
I see. I didn't play that one that much, but yeah, I remember I liked.
And both of them were had this issue, not just the first.
I see.
The other thing is I don't understand how, like, I guess because it was called Civilization Call to Power, and what was it, Electronic Arts? I can't remember. Both of them,
yeah,
and then
rights issues with.
Oh, they're going to rights issues. Okay.
With I don't know if it was with Firaxis or Micro. I don't know. You know, in order to use the civilization.
Yeah.
Sid Meier's rights and stuff like that.
I think it was Microprose back then. I think it was Microprose back then.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I wonder how this game looks in 4K, if it looks different. Can you see more or something if you zoom out and... Are you playing on your laptop or your desktop now, Rico?
Playing this one on my desktop. All the non-intensive games and playing on my desktop. And then I switch off to my laptop for more intense ones.
Which is like the opposite of what every normal person does, you know? Like
Yeah.
Especially
and then you switch to your phone if you want to play the super intensive ones.
Totally possible.
Our colony.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Makes me wonder if we could play this game. Of course, everybody would have to have it, but like, oh, fair enough. I could play if I could play my turns on my phone when I'm not at home. That might be game changer. Definitely gives you a reason to get a bigger phone, bigger screen. I'm not gonna lose my colonizer this time. See, Project Winter we played last week. It was a good game, but it's nothing like this, is it?
Right, right.
You know, you cannot play Project Winter for 20 fucking hours or anything like that. Wow, I'm rank 8. So, Jesus, I got like, what, 3 people ahead of me or something? You know what, that's so stupid. That thing shouldn't be there.
Don't look at it.
Yeah.
Which one?
Nothing.
How do you find it? You're just making it up this whole time.
You can see the ranking in the objectives tab right at the top left. One of the cup, you know, the middle. If you hit of that, you will show you there your rank, like out of 12. Where exactly are you? You're probably at 12 out of 12 since you just started. Somebody's rubbing their hands in glee.
Oh, I've met Big Man.
Oh, so you're Dorota Grishin?
Yeah.
Weird. I don't see your handle associated with it.
If you look at underneath the minimap, you should see, yeah, there. It's like the flags we play at. Mine will be coloured in now. It's black with the green gear.
When
So I just complimented you?
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see.
this
You're cool, man. You're cool.
Thanks.
Like it's weird. Like in the diplomacy screen where I can see your commander, there's no way to distinguish if the commander is an actual player. I don't see your nickname in there or anything.
Oh, really? It says
Yeah.
it for me.
Yeah. Like in the minimap, if I hover over your icon, then I see that it's you. But
Tells you in the diplomacy screen.
really,
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it there too.
Look under the commanders tab.
Yeah. So I wasn't referring to that screen then. Like when you click into the player's icon beneath the minimap, you see his commander and you don't see the actual nickname.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not even if you click in background or relations or anything. So that's why I was confused. But my compliments were sincere.
Oh, right, so I meant just when you hover over it, a little thing pops up that says Beak Man.
Yeah. It's kind of a deep down into the UI.
Yeah.
If you expand the contacts on the left, commanders, you can see who owns which commander.
Yeah. In the diplomacy screen, you can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
see.
But that is not the screen that you see when you first make contact.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm rambling about it.
Okay.
if you think that back in 2001, 2002, when I was playing Age of Wonders 1, I was playing it on a laptop screen, 15-inch screen. And even with the Civs, the most I played them back then was what, 21-inch, 22-inch CRT, and now I'm playing 42-inch. You know, so it's a huge difference for me.
What resolution?
Well,
playing
I don't know. On the laptop, maybe 1024 by 768. Well, you know, because that's almost HD, isn't it? I mean,
But I mean, currently, the game right now
oh,
you're playing.
currently 1080p, 1080p, 42 inches,
Okay.
1080p. Yeah, yeah. Maybe really, it's on my it's on my radar to
upgrade resolution.
I have a 4K TV, 42 inches, I think. I have 43 inches, I think. I have in a box, but I need to fix my game room. It's definitely on my radar because I want to start playing this game. You know, especially the turn-based ones. I can definitely run them at 4K. You know, it's not.
Right. It's not
It's
so
not a big
sensitive
deal.
to frame rate. Yeah.
Empire task completed.
I think it stops you from playing even when somebody's deciding whether to hit manual combat or automatic. Otherwise, I
yeah,
don't.
so.
What? Oh my god, a fucking huge marauding is moving towards my city. It's never... Ah, it's very early on.
Scary.
Oh, that was happening to me on the other game.
Really?
Yeah.
It's our spawn point, maybe. I feel like I'm surrounded.
A marauder got my colony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't mind being surrounded by them, but if they're moving into my city, I want to know. Okay, at least
Yeah, it
there I
does,
can...
it does alert you if they're on your territory.
By
I just killed some monsters and got a flying dinosaur as a reward.
Strip it from the...
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
Operations available for priming.
Oh shit, I'll have a powerful marauder coming up to my colony.
Dude, I'm doing really well. The stupid thing that's ranking doesn't know what it's talking about. I'm annoyed because like when I do a new thing like posting, make a new colony or something, or make a huge army or something, I go immediately there to see if anything has changed, and if it hasn't changed, it doesn't know what it's doing.
Oh, I got a black screen. Transferring save.
Oh, me too.
Me too. Out of sync detected. The reload option will try to automatically fix this.
Should we reload?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
hitting reload.
Let's try that.
Same.
Back to play by email then.
Back to play by getting in the same room and putting a board on the ground and calculating.
Okay, I think it's fixed.
Don't have to work.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they don't want 12 players, because the more players you have, the more this shit was gonna happen.
They haven't fixed this bug yet.
Strip.
Oh.
Oh, I discovered, who was it? Exiled one. He's on my south.
Oh, that's you.
Yep. I'm the red guy. Yeah, so the Marauders... Oh, did they lose? Oh, they lost because of the militia. Nice.
Yeah, militia is quite strong.
How do I know when I change weapons mod in a unit if the weapon that I'm putting is better than the one it already has? Is it worth, like, if he has a motorcycle, to remove the motorcycle and give him another weapon? What does the motorcycle do in the battle?
Increase mobility, I suppose? I don't know.
Nobody's answering, huh?
We don't know.
I have no idea.
You know who knows? I see.
Yeah,
Game
Diamond.
facts.
Oh, game facts. Well. It really annoys me that when you mod your units, you expend influence points, and those are the same points that you need to build more colony pods. How does that make any sense? How does it make any sense? In these games, expansion is everything. In the beginning, expansion is everything. So you have to be building colony pods. And now I have to balance my desire for expansion with whether my unit will have an extra gun. How does that make any sense? If I build a gun, then it's using it. Unless I'm reading this shit wrong. I think this planet doesn't have much water, is that it?
Yeah, it's like 3% water.
Oh, yeah, it's random, huh? I don't like it like that. Yeah, more water.
Where do you see that? Colony.
There's a bunch of space between me and Exile to expand before we start having trouble. And there's a lot of barbarians with lots of strength between us, so I don't think we're gonna be defeating them anytime soon. Yeah, I thought I had found a sea, but it was just a fucking lake.
Oh.
Oh, I found you, Icy.
Is that you that I was talking to just now? Yeah, you're yellow, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I found you.
Ah,
You're across from that lake.
Doctrine enacted.
It's crazy that this game came out immediately for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. In the previous
Very
generation, well, the consoles got no 4Xs. I think a few years ago they tried to make the Civilization Revolution game, which
Yeah,
was
which
like
is like a really dumbed down version.
okay, so but this isn't dumbed down. I mean, if you add the
No,
tactics and all that,
more.
and from day one, look, it's unusual for it to be on the consoles at all. Of course, I don't know. Was Age of Wonders 3 on consoles? Probably, huh? No. I mean, is Endless Legend on consoles? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You can see it in the interface that is made for consoles. It's very, very easy to use, very streamlined. Yeah, and now I have to zoom out more to keep an eye on where Chevy and where Exiled are. Basically, this whole game is a setup for for pretty big tactical battles. That's it. That's not what a 4X is like. The actual battles are an afterthought.
So the tactical battles are like XCOM ish.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
thing?
Well, yeah. I haven't played the recent ones, but that's what they look like. It'd be awesome if like the tactical battles were like Phoenix Point, and the strategy was like Civ 4.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, you know, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Well, we should be playing a game like that in the next, I don't know, 5 years or something. And at 8K, imagine 8K on an HD, on a virtual reality headset, so that your screen would be like, you'd be looking around you with your head, and wherever you looked, it would be your empire.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
What I don't like is that when I zoom out to the full zoomed out map, it doesn't tell me if it's my turn, if the people have finished playing. I have to zoom in again to see. Okay.
Okay, met somebody else. Who are you? Oh, it's an AI. Okay.
Yeah, the game is incredible. It is incredible. You can tell because I really didn't give a shit that we were starting over when the big man. Even if anything, I felt, I preferred it that way because we know more about the game. We can play better.
I'm definitely enjoying the game more now than when I tried to play single player. Even though there's no combat.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if you were. Honestly, I wouldn't want to play every single combat. I mean, I would want to play the ones that I felt that.
Yeah.
Matter more.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the big reasons why I'm enjoying
Yeah.
more. Because
You
the
wanna-
combat
You
is
want to
very
play the
slow in this
combat
game.
if it's equal army power or a little greater.
Yeah.
'Cause then you could use your tactical prowess to get the upper hand.
I just wish the music would go the whole time and not just stop for a while and start again.
Incoming communication. Happiness event in colony.
Oh, I see you moved closer to me now, Exiled. What is that hostile action?
Ever seen?
Did you ask me first if you should take that sector?
No.
I don't remember being asked. I don't remember being asked my permission.
Do you guys have an agreement?
So you think you can just take whatever you like, huh? Well, we'll see about that.
Objective completed.
I found somebody else. Who is that?
Oh, I think it's me. I see.
It's you, yeah.
Objective completed.
But I'm really far from you, Big. You met me because I have a scout that's going all the way out there.
Hmm.
You're closer to Chevy and Exile than to me.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Don't listen to him. Yes, preparing an army to attack right now.
That deserves compliments from me to AC. I wonder if that does anything. I mean, it says in here that this will improve their opinion of you by a 100, but I don't know if that has any meaning when it's another actual player.
Yeah, who knows?
I think it might affect cause of war.
Food.
So if you declare war without good cause of war, then it affects your factor's happiness.
Operations available for priming.
So
Incoming communication.
if you choose Xeno Plague as your secret technology, you basically become a necromancer. And then when you kill shit, you get like these dudes as your mobs when you kill stuff with like poison, whatever it's called.
Hmm. Good to know.
Yeah, I just got myself one.
I relish my job.
On the other hand, when you're expanding a civ, building another city, you don't get this feeling of pleasure that you get when you get a new sector here. It's like a big thing when you get a new sector here. You know, because in civ you're expanding by a hex or whatever. I don't know though, maybe in the newer ones they have sectors and stuff like that.
If you want... Operations primed and ready. Production ready.
Well, I annexed a sector that it said exiled one has already claimed it, but I don't know what that means because he has no units in this sector. There's no colors of his anywhere. How does he claim a sector?
Maybe with a forward base?
No, there was no forward base. It would have told me something, I think. Or maybe there was a forward. Was there a forward?
If you're next to it, it's a claim
Is it borderings?
automatically.
Oh, okay, that's it. I'm next to him, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it says unknown sectors adjacent to own domain are automatically claimed by that player on NPC faction. There can be multiple claims on a single sector.
Yeah, I'm not liking this map so much with no water anywhere, man. It's a bit depressing, but what are we gonna do? Start a new game?
I've got water, a bit water, where I am. Maybe you just got unlucky.
At the start, it only said the planet's 3% water.
Oh,
I put it at random. It's always at random when I choose, but I'm not gonna put random anymore. I'm gonna next time something different.
Huh. There's a place in here that's called Hypocrite Supply Complex. I suppose they produce hypocrites. Very particular case of bioengineering.
I have the theoretical everything center over here.
The mountains and canyons look
Operations
so cool.
primed and ready.
Much better than in Civ.
Oh yeah.
I'm ranked 10 out of 12. That's ridiculous.
What of my regular?
Objective completed. Sector annexed. Happiness event in colony. Operations primed and ready. Why?
This is about as far as I've gotten with the games with Diamond I played. So from now on, the tech is new to me. Part of me wants to annex the mountains in my domain so that I can connect my domains, but they're useless, so there's no point.
I intended to ask that. Aren't there like, besides the scout units, actual military aggression units that you can hover over mountains? I mean, does it make sense to actually annex them strategically?
I don't see it so, because you can annex very few, so you might as well annex something that produces stuff.
Right.
You see, so I don't think it's a good idea to annex the mountains, but I want to because I want to see a unified domain. I don't want to have.
Man, my build is all over the place. I cannot find a balance between doing my Xenoplague research and my weapon research, for normal units. It's complete mess.
Hmm.
Yeah, the roads are built automatically. Finally, I can see it. But they're taking their sweet time.
There's a...
So this AI player next to me is claiming that he's going to declare
Operations
war on
primed
me.
and ready.
What should I do? Should I try to negotiate with him?
Fuck him up.
Look him up? I mean, it looks really scary though.
I-
His vassal.
I had the same thing happen to me.
I also was thinking about that.
He wouldn't negotiate anything.
Yeah, I think I have no choice but to become his vassal because I can't imagine I'd be able to beat him.
Happiness event in colony.
Stop.
Damn.
It also makes sense to try to keep your colony expanding like compact instead of like stretching it out, because then it's harder for your armies to police the whole thing. On the one hand, you want to grab the best resources. On the other hand, if you can keep it compact,
It's probably better to get resources anyway.
it's probably better in the early game. Yeah, it's definitely pro. But I think as you move into the mid game and the late game, then these considerations may be way more. I don't know. It's tough because that's the army thing. That's not how it works in Civ or in any other. Yeah, well, maybe in Master of Magic it works like this, but.
Objective completed.
It sucks, man. I don't want to go. That's the thing. I don't really want to go. That's why. What was that? Some puppets. Oh my
What's happening
Objective
with you?
completed.
Doesn't sound good.
Nothing. It's just I gotta go after this turn. So, yeah. I don't know.
You gotta go where?
After this turn.
Okay, dude.
It's fitting that the AI that supposedly didn't have any beef with me annexed the hypocrite supply complex that I claimed.
Well, doesn't have any beef with you.
Yeah, supposedly.
Not anymore.
And I suppose he's going to become more of a hypocrite now.
Oh shit.
Because that's supplied.
Empire task completed. Incoming communication. Systems infiltrated. Sector annexed. Operations primed and ready.
Is one of you guys Mephilas the Redeemer?
Might be AI.
I think he's a character from the campaign.
Looks like
Because
it's an AI.
he came and told me that somebody has done the right thing and become his vassal. So
Yeah, it's in the same.
I'll allow such impudence from the AI, but if it's one of you guys. Okay, well I just hit end turn, so I guess we're about to wrap it up. The question is exactly how.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Well, it doesn't seem like I can change to turn base from in here. Let me look at the options again. Okay, so let's all exit the game.
Okay.
Exit to menu. That's what you hit. Escape and then exit to menu.
Okay.
And then it says Elysium simultaneous turns. Oh, I hit on it and then I can change the settings. Let me see. Recall host, it says.
I see you as
I'm
both.
leaving now.
Okay, so maybe that's why I don't have a lot of options to choose from. And it says recall, it's your turn in parentheses next to you.
Yeah, I'm out of the game now.
Well, okay. Okay, everybody make sure you're in the main menu in the original screen, or even just quit the game completely. That would be even better, probably.
Okay. So I go out of the multiplayer sessions.
There was an option I saw somewhere that allowed you to choose whether or not something had simultaneous. I forget where though.
Yeah, there is an option, but it's on the when I first start the game. But now that I've started it, I can't find that menu again. That's the thing. The in-game menu is different. Anyway, it was still saying recall host, so I entered the. I think it might be the last player to leave that keeps host order. So I entered the game again. I'm exiting again. Hopefully, I'll get it now, and maybe it will give me more options. It sure takes a while to navigate those, to get in the game and out of the game, and it's not as, no, it still says recall host for some reason.
I'm exited.
Yeah, I know. Well, in any case, there's nothing you can do, Exile, so you may as well leave and watch on Discord for messages of how we're gonna handle this. Well, another thing I could do is get in the game and play a little bit if I can. Maybe then it will give me host, or maybe it won't let me play at all if. I don't get it. Why would it? Okay, I hit play.
I definitely saw in-game icy. In-game, there was an
In-game
option to change. Yeah, I don't know where though. I forget completely.
Well, in the there's only one place, the options menu, and I don't see controls, general, language, help message, scroll speed.
Have fun, guys. Later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
man.
care.
Take care.
See you, man.
Later.
See you later.
Well, there's nothing anybody can do now except me and maybe Rico because he's the host. I guess he could try, but I'd rather.
Oh, okay. It's you have to go inside the thing and hit tab, which opens up inside the game, into the game.
Yeah.
So you click play, and you press the tab button,
Yes,
which
I saw it.
opens up the chat. And from there, there's a button that allows you to switch from simultaneous to
Okay.
turn
I
based.
clicked it, but nothing's happening.
Maybe Recoil has to do it since he's the host.
It can be continued and all players are online, so we cannot play until everyone's online. I'm hitting it and nothing's happening. I think it might actually be right now in turn mode. Like, let me see. Let's just try playing. Because it looks like I can play. Someone is invading my domain. See, that's what I will hate. Like, okay, now I have to close my computer in the middle of somebody invading my domain. And then take it over. But anyway, it's better than Emir. As you can't lose your turn. Yeah, somebody's invading and marauding bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna load slower than Emir though.
Yeah, it's gonna load slowly. Oh my god, yeah, no, I remember when the whole time that it takes to Jesus. That's annoying. You could leave it on all day. I could leave it on all day on the shadow, but then it would rack up like hundreds of hours and it would look crap on my Steam profile, so. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure I can actually play now. I'm trying to move some units and...
Production ready.
Kinda looks like,
Still says simultaneous turn.
Are you able to
entering and see?
Yeah, enter, and then if you hit tab, you can see the
Cannot queue at this moment. I cannot do anything. I'm gonna hit tab again. It shows you guys. Oh, it shows your ping there. Chevy has like 300 ping. Robo has like 15 ping. I guess that.
Yeah. Saying turn mode and it's not working.
Maybe we need to do it when we're all online, so we're fucked if that's... we're totally fucked now. If that's the truth. That sounds like it. It sounds like it. Yep.
We all
Before Exile left. Can we get Exile back for a sec? Let me see.
He's still on Discord.
Yeah, you know the problem is that on Discord, whenever you try to message him or anything, he takes about 3 hours to reply. It doesn't matter if he's on, if he's online. I have never had him reply to me in a prompt manner. So that's why I'm a bit afraid that.
Yeah, I cannot play either.
Shame you can't just go to like the settings menu, like escape, and that's where it comes up. This tab chat thing is not very intuitive.
I don't know what he does. Sometimes he says he doesn't have the. He has the notifications of Discord muted or something. I don't know, and it's just. I don't have his phone number. Trevor would have his phone number though. You know what? I'm gonna message Trevor. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the stream.